Good evening and welcome to another episode of SipnChat. We're back. I know you've heard it so much this season, but life and other work. But this is my baby and I will always come back to you guys. And every time I walk the streets, especially with the December, January season, everyone's kind of been like, well, we missed the show. I know, but I'm only one person. It's a bit hard. But I'm grateful. Thank you so much for rocking with me. And we're here at Fjara Garden, my favorite place. It's one of the most beautiful places here. It's so quiet. And if you know me, I'm the opposite of my media personality. I like my peace and quiet outside of work. So this is my little hideout. But I'm sharing it with you guys because I love you. I'm dressed in Lilio today. Very excited. Lilio always gets me. And blue is like one of my favorite colors. So rate the look. Super excited to be here because I have a guest that when SipnChat started, we're 3 years this year. We spoke about her coming on the show. We spoke about, a lot of things, and someone that I consider a friend and a sister from afar. But every time she's in town, we're always in contact. And it gives me great joy to introduce this businesswoman, this incredible girl who's done so well for herself in what seems like a short amount of time. Please put your hands together for Ndow.
Thank you.
The imaginary clap, everyone. Welcome to SipnChat.
Thanks for having me.
How do you feel?
I'm so happy to be here.
You look beautiful.
You look stunning, girl.
No, girl, you look good. That's
you.
soup. Welcome to the show. Are you excited?
I am.
Okay.
I actually am.
Okay, I like the sound of that. A big thank you to Afrisol Gambia Limited. They put in the money. They really put the battery in my back. So big thank you to Afrisol Gambia Limited for being a part of the show from season 2 to now season 3, for supporting me, for really giving me the grace and the time to do the show my way. So thank you so very much for being a part of it. And shout outs to Wax Media Pamata, my director. We don't get along, but he gets me. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good.
You're good?
I feel good.
You feel good? I'm excited to have you here because we've talked about this so much.
Yeah.
And to now have you on the show where we're about to get into it, get onto SipnChat.
Yeah.
Just briefly tell the people who you are.
Oh, the famous question.
Yes.
I don't know what to say. Oh my God. I think I'll just say Mari is just a woman, a wife, a mother, navigating through this journey of life. Going through the ups and the downs, but embracing them as well. That's who I am, I think.
Okay, so let's just dive right into it. When I met you, obviously, which is about 8 years ago, it was Crown.
Yes.
I remember we met. It was like, but I want you to host the launching. And I was so excited because I was like, oh, look at her, she's doing so well. And I just want you to walk us through that journey from the cosmetic brand to skin. It's all within the same realm, obviously, because you got a shop clinic now, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't even want to get into how great that's doing, but from Crown or prior to Crown, just give us a quick run through of that story.
I think it started at Crown.
Okay.
When I met you,
Yes.
So when I started this cosmetics, at that time makeup was more like, people are more into skincare now. I feel like
than before, yes, absolutely.
So before it was all about makeup, and I remember when I did so many different things, come eyeliners and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Why Luma learn, which I'll get into after, is when you're doing business, you focus on the main things or the things that do better, basically. So for me, it was the palette and the blue lipsticks that I did, which was really good. Why afterwards COVID happened.
Yeah.
So when COVID happened. But before launch, I think when I was launching, I had the hosting, I had fair help and everything as well. It was emotional. It was beautiful. I loved it. I have that on my YouTube. I cried. It was going from homeless to launching a brand. It was big for me at that time. So from Fourth Nono, renamed to MN Beauty.
Yes.
So MN Beauty, instead of Crown, I think I preferred Crown, sir. But
MN
I don't
Beauty.
know, yeah. But if I'm being a successful businesswoman at that time, it's easier and it's better to use your name or your initials when doing business. So I was like, okay. So Crowned, I love Crowned. It was my baby. I love the name. How am I when I forgot? But it wasn't from me anyways. But then I was okay, MN Beauty, my initials.
Yeah.
So my use And then I just basically did the same thing, rebrand
Yeah.
the website, rebrand and everything, relaunch. And then, yeah, good COVID happened.
Yeah.
So with that one as well, I think Fofala learned most of my mistakes. And Fofala, I mean, like, I don't know, like, Fofala have a business basically in terms of like the ins and the outs of it as well. But time and mentors and stuff that were helping me behind the scenes and stuff like that. So when COVID happened, then man, okay. So Munuma bring the things into the country anymore, into UK because of COVID. They cut on all the borders and everything.
Yes.
So I couldn't do that. Then man, okay, I've made the skin oil that I was using, and I had all this acne, like it was terrible.
I remember. You even got me a set for this face scrub that had multiple mouths of brushes. I remember that too.
So I was doing all of that. Then after you know what? Maybe I should just tell my Snapchatters about it. At that time, I never thought of website. I never thought of anything.
Yeah.
All I thought was, okay, let me just tell people.
Thank you.
Thank you. This looks so good.
It does. Fjara Garden has this special mocktail they do.
All
what
the
is it
colors.
called?
Lychee Refresher.
Looks like the name. Wow.
So
Love
good.
it.
Thank you.
Looks good. Let's take a sip. Oh my god, this looks pretty.
You know what? You didn't oversell it. This is perfect. I like it. It tastes so good.
It lives up to the name.
It does live up to the
When
name.
it comes to recommendation, I'm not
Thank you. Fjara Garden, this is great. When you get
Love.
to Fjara Garden, try the Lychee Refreshing.
Yeah.
It's really good. Just ask for Baruchel. This is really good. I like it.
Love.
But yeah, go on.
Yeah, so COVID, and then I think time of COVID, body fulfill and like started big businesses.
Yes, a lot of things were born in that period.
Yeah, a lot of things. So COVID is something that was sad for everyone because people died, but then also some people are grateful that it happened, sort of.
Yeah.
And I could say that I'm one of those people because so COVID happened, I would have carried on with
MN Beauty. Yeah.
So when that happened, Madam Snapchat, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to take 20 people. 20 went to 50, 50 went to 50,000, and I was just like, okay, this could be a thing.
Yeah.
So okay, so let's do the oil and see how it goes.
Yeah.
And then he was like, okay, let's do it. So he came up with the name.
Okay.
Yeah, surprise, yeah. He came up with the name.
Why are you saying it like that? Don't
because
diss my guy.
I wanted this whole thing to be like, skin clinic. The fact that more halal skin clinic for a guy, I couldn't think of it, honestly. So I was like, let's call it Skin Share. Literally just Skin Share because I was sharing my skincare secrets.
Yeah.
But he was like, nah, not Skin Share. Let's do Skin Clinic. I fell in love with it that second, so we went for it. Why then? Even before Lolo, like time between Crown and Skin Clinic, hanga for MN Beauty Judo.
Yeah.
Why in that scene for I meet so much during MN Beauty.
Okay.
So my mama was affair Amazon and like Shopify and all these things that I do now that I've implemented in my business. Mama ko janga, basically, yeah. So I think for the business side, that's how it was. It didn't take one day. It was like a whole backstory behind that.
So from Crown to MN Beauty to Shop Clinic now, how old is Shop Clinic now?
I think it's about to be 4 years now or something. Yeah.
And what would you say has been your biggest takeaway from the 4 years of Shop Clinic?
Love what you do. I think when you love, Manluma realized more, when you love what you do, it doesn't just become a job. For me, it's more than that. It's like I can stay all night, all morning, looking at dermatologists and speaking to the team and doing things, and it doesn't feel like a burden to me. Whereas before, like sometimes them 9 to 5 and like when you go, man, I was in that situation as well. I had a job. I was a carer before.
I remember that.
Yeah, so I hated that job at one point. After because mangi meet there. So I loved it. Why first time I hated it. So things like that don't could enjoy because it's just for the money. It's not for your passion. Yeah. So this business has been like a passion project for me, and honestly, like it's been the best thing because people didn't ever go Wahli, but like I had failed businesses, and I can say that Crown Cosmetics and MN Beauty was a failed business for me because yes, it was able to pay like some bills like phone bill and all these small things. Why? When you look at successful businesses, I wouldn't classify them as that. But I am so grateful for that because Mama Jangle so many different things that man, I will not know half the things that I know now. Yeah.
I like that. your love for skincare is what has birthed Shop Clinic.
Yeah.
And obviously you have a supportive partner that really it literally came up with the name.
Yeah.
Just like quickly, how did you meet your husband? Because I'm just gonna touch on this, and you know you're free to elaborate on it if you want
Of course,
to.
yeah.
I remember when we met, you were a single mother. You had Ida. Ida was what, a year old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Baby.
don't forget anything, girl.
Oh, that's why I am who I am. I have a memory bank.
Yeah.
I literally, whenever I see something and I've captured it, it's in the back of my head.
I love that.
Yeah. Fortunately and unfortunately, because sometimes I want to forget. But so I remember Ida was a baby.
Yeah.
But I also remember we connected instantly when we were introduced. And, you know, we spoke briefly about just how you were a single mom.
Yeah.
Just from being a single mom then to now being a mother of three and a wife and a successful business owner. Just briefly touch on that. How that transition.
Ooh, it's all God, Fanta. Yep, yeah, honestly, because it's crazy. Like, small halate is my life before. Fanta manamarangel like towels to go to frido. At that time, like, I feel like with life, it's beautiful. I just love it. I feel like I go through so many different things. Banga demba break.
Completely.
And you're like, no, there's no getting up from this. And then Yala's like, no, child, like, I'm coming. And that's what happened for me as well, because there were times you have many, like, dumade am lumaleka. Like, dinande wo duma am luma anye duma.
While you were in the UK?
Yeah, in the UK.
Really?
And the thing is, I didn't know about, like, all these benefits and all these things that, like, now I'm not able to get it anyways.
Of course.
Yeah, but before, I didn't know about all of that things as well. So it's like, dañ ma dem si council bi dinañ la jox néeg after ñoom ñoo ma jox néeg, so I was in a council flat.
Really?
Yeah, but at first I was homeless, so maa ngi nekkoon in like a shelter with Ida, and so most of the things that I say, like everything I have I owe it to the girl, because it's like we did it together, you know. So it's like you have a share in everything, you have a part in this as well. But I think transition has been the most beautiful thing for me. It's been hard, no offense, it's been super hard, but I feel like everything is hard. Kunekak's a story, right?
Absolutely.
But for me personally, yep, yeah, that's all I can say, because the maran ever like a fajar, Julie, joy, like I speak to God. Many
Yeah.
man was my harit or
Wow.
like my mom or something. I don't know. Like before when your man was my sister Sute. She loves you, by the way.
I love her
Every
too.
day she's like, oh, Fanta.
I
I'm
think
like,
she's such a young, beautiful, hip girl.
she loves
Love
you, that
her.
Fanta all the time. So I was speaking to her, and she was like, just before I came, she was like, how comes when you have issues you don't talk to people about it? I was like, I have people that love me. Fanta, I'm the better. You also call on Nala,
Yep.
and we talked about
talked,
deep.
yes.
Yeah. So I have that. But then as the years went on, I noticed Nkunekangi am a problem. And the last thing I want is not just to be a burden, but I don't want to keep telling people my problems.
All the time. I know
All
that
the
feeling,
time,
yeah.
So I felt like, okay, and I'm the one that people come to. So it's like, I didn't want to keep going out there. So I'm like, okay, who do I go to now? Like, let me just go to the most divine. Like, let me just go praise Manyari Rakai and just pray to him and nyanko and ask for a sign. And girl, anytime I ask for a sign, it's there. It's
That's one thing about God.
one thing.
I am so, you know when you know that God is really with you, that you're scared?
Yeah.
That's how I feel. So sometimes I'm like, I don't even want to ask for a sign, because he's
Yeah.
going to send me something and I'm like, am I ready for it?
You're not, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it
crazy.
happens. It
I feel you.
happens. It happens. And I think, my journey with God, I think, got deeper in the past, I think maybe 2 years. Before Lolo, I was small cousin, you're going to go friends. You're going to your friends, because I've never had like that. Come jigumada, like,
Yeah.
because I wanted to be a twin, because I know the twins will never let each other down. And then there are friends that won't let you down, which I'm grateful for. I have people that won't. For example, I'm years ago, I've never heard it, right?
Girl, I forgot.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like if we deal with it now and it's done, it's in a memory bank, but it's like
It's
done.
gone,
We've
exactly.
sorted it out. Yeah, we don't need to speak on it.
But there are some people, you tell them something,
That's true.
and they have a friend, and their friend has a friend. So it's like, okay, what I'm gonna do? Let me just focus on me, focus on my family, and focus on God. And since I started doing that, hopefully I can say a lot of light into my life as well.
Alhamdulillah.
Which I'm not going back, because why go back? You know, I still have my friends that I'm so grateful
Absolutely.
for. You know, Samati, Nyam Harife, Nyam Cecilia. I have these people that I love so very much. For my joy and your joy. For
Yeah.
my like any issues, they're
Yeah.
there for me as well. But it's been easier for me to kind of deal with my problems when I need to deal with it alone. Sometimes I need them, not gonna lie. Yeah.
I like that. You know, you touched on, you already know that on the show we talk about mental health a lot,
Yes.
which we'll get into.
Yeah.
Right before we really get back to Shop Clinic, because this is a chit chat show.
Yeah.
You know, where we get to know people outside of what they do.
Yeah.
Outside what you do is not really the focal point. It's something people should know, that you're an entrepreneur
Yeah.
and you've done so well for yourself in the UK. And with all your achievements, just briefly, let's talk about that before we really get back to the personal life and stuff like that. You know, with Shop Clinic, you've had accolades. I remember you had an award for the British Beauty, what's it called?
The Beauty Awards.
Beauty Awards.
Yeah.
And I was so blown
With OK
away
Magazine.
with OK Magazine.
There's one I'm going to announce today, but
Please.
when does this air?
This will air in about a week.
Okay, so they'll hear from you first. I'm not going
Okay.
to post it. I'm going to leave it.
Okay.
So, oh my God, I'm excited.
Let's go. You know what?
Okay.
Breaking news. You heard it here first. This is the scoop. Tell
So
me.
I was like, okay, should I wait till SipnChat and basically talk on this?
I love
Because,
it.
Okay, in the UK, we have this thing called NHS. It's the National
And
Health
house-
Service.
yes.
So they called me before I left. And I was like, they called me and they were like, hi, is this Marie Ndow? They call me Ndow.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, yeah, it is. Director of Skin Clinic. I was like, yeah, my phone, I was in trouble. I was
Yeah.
like,
What have I
what
done?
happened?
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, that's fine, it's me. Then when, okay, so this is an NHS and I'm the director of Naka Medical Communications. Blah,
Yeah,
blah.
yeah, yeah.
And we want to have Skin Clinic with the NHS partnering. I scrum. I didn't scream. I scrum.
What?
I was like, what? Now it's live as of yesterday.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Honestly, that's like the biggest.
This is massive. This is like the best opener for 2024.
Honestly,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is so amazing.
it's huge. Like,
And
I'm
here
so
I was thinking, OK Magazine was such a big deal. What? NHS?
NHS.
High five!
I'm so happy. Like, I'm so happy.
Oh my
so some
God.
of them, I'm gonna go take a picture there. And
Oh,
then
and we'll be all
I'm
over
gonna
the place.
post
You better
it.
put it up.
and
And I need to put that in the footage of this show.
yes,
Please.
For sure.
The moment you leave
yeah.
and you do your picture, send it. So
Myself
when
on
we're
my phone.
airing this episode, it's there.
I will.
I beg you.
I will.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm so excited.
On that note, we'll go with our first break. One more back, more with Marie.
You can now receive money anytime and anywhere in Gambia through MoneyGram for free. Simply dial *777# to register and access your MoneyGram at any AfriMoney agent. Free cash outs, $100 free for all MoneyGram transfers into AfriMoney. Cash out at any AfriMoney agent or AfriCell outlet.
Welcome back after that break, and we're still here with SipnChat. A massive thank you to AfriCell Gambia Limited for being a part of our sponsors. We are truly, truly grateful. Massive thank you to Global Properties. You know, they've been a part of SipnChat from the first season as well, supporting in different ways. Truly grateful. And of course, Fjara Garden, one of my favorite places. Food is amazing, ambiance is great, it is quiet and peaceful. That's it. I was sold on that. And you know, Lilio for this beautiful, beautiful dress that I love so much. Lilio knows what I like. So thank you guys. We're back with the beautiful Marindao.
Oh, babes.
Just telling me this first news, breaking news here. I'm super, super, super happy that you decided to share that with me. I wish you the absolute best.
Thank you.
I hope and pray by the end of the summer, you're everywhere.
Inshallah. Thank you.
Like you said,
Amen.
Boots, Superdrug,
Amen.
all over the UK.
Amen.
And you know, you have skin clinic everywhere.
Amen.
You know, you deserve it, you know.
you.
And, you know, let's switch back.
Okay.
You had a baby at what age?
21, I think.
Okay. You had a baby at 21. And
Yeah.
I know you to be a lover. And I know it was love. And you mentioned something along the lines of, you know, being a single parent and living in a shelter and going through so much. Where was the father of Ida at the time when that happened?
Okay. So, Mom, I think the book on the back way.
Back way.
Time like years back, right? So I remember the father back way, and then I think he cheated or something like that, and then I got upset, and they had they're like, I think few months or 1 year apart. I don't even remember.
Really?
Yeah, but I love her so much. Because when I found out at first, yeah, my money secure with Ida, like
Yeah.
my just wasn't right. Then I found out that she was pregnant when I had Ida after 2 months or 3 months.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, this is weird. Time was everyone was upset because
Obviously.
we wanted to get married, right?
Aw.
And they said no. So then we went and had a baby.
That's
and
what
then
kids
I found,
do. Parents,
yeah.
if your children want to, just leave them because they will bring you a grandchild. Go on.
Hot force.
Bad force.
But then yeah, so then we had him back way and everything. So he went to back way, then we went to Germany. Then I find out he
There's
had a
another
baby. Yeah. So when I found out, he was not taking responsibility of that child,
Of
which I
course.
don't like.
Yeah.
Because I was like, Jigen to hena yakubira,
Yakubira.
like do not even play with me.
Yeah.
So one time I don't know why, but I felt like I needed to help that woman.
Listen.
So I was buying her stuff, clothes and stuff, Moyone, Koko, Gambia and stuff. So I love the child because it's my daughter's sister at the end of the day. So that was the reason we broke up. But even before Loli, Mom, as homeless as I was, he was not able to help.
Yeah.
As unfortunate as I was, he was not able to help. So it was like we were both in the same position,
Yeah.
sort of thing. So yeah, Mom, he was not able to help or anything like that. It was just me.
It was just you. Do you think that's why your family didn't want you to marry him? Because they probably felt like that's our princess.
yeah,
and
I
like,
think-
how's he gonna help her if he?
Yeah. I think maybe they were thinking, come they're so
They're
young.
young.
Yeah, like numla look after, and it's marriage. Like you're
Yeah.
you're still young.
Yeah.
You're 21. Like what's you gonna do? Stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I was very digger about like when you love someone,
Yeah.
it's like no, listen, we'll figure that out.
Yeah. Let's
And-
just get married.
Yeah, let's just do it.
Yeah.
So that was the situation, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So having Ida, being a single mom, you dated someone very high profile, at the time, and it was a big thing. I knew the inside scoop,
Yeah.
but you dated someone very big, in his prime in music in
Yeah.
Nigeria at the time, and you were doing a Nigerian visit back and forth. And I remember we talked about marriage, about you and that person.
Yeah.
What happened? How did that collapse? How did you meet your husband?
No, what happened with that? Honestly, I think okay. So with me, I'm such a lover girl,
You are.
and he was such a lover
Boy.
lover boy.
Even
yeah.
if they're a man, they're
lover
boys
boy.
still.
Yeah, but for him, I didn't believe that he was that because of human guess like the video. Yep, it's like my guess you cheat left, right, and center. Yeah, I'm dumb left, right, and center. So a part of me judged him, and I think that's what he was so upset with. That at the end it was like okay, like man mangla introduced to Yam Faganyo. So it was like mangla introduced to my stepmom, to my sisters, everyone, and we were doing this whole proposal thing, and like deep into everything, and all of a sudden you're like you don't want it. Why? And I was like, how am I gonna trust him? But he gave me no reason not to. So, but hey, mom, like block and delete, like Monday, boot of Hamas, it's just like you let me down. So, it's not even him. It was nothing to do with him. It was more of just me and my trust issues. When that happened, then I think after I took a break, I was like, you know what? I think because I was so hurt from that cheating scenario. Man, I'm the type of person, Fanta. Like when you cheat on me, it's over. It's a wrap. Yeah, like I'm like that.
Yeah, I'm like
and then
that
the
too.
minute I've got benayon,
That's it.
I can't go back.
Because I know I can never trust you.
That's the
So
thing.
it's like there's no purpose of me trying to even work through anything because in the back of my mind, I will constantly feel like there's something up.
Yeah, and even when I move on, I'll think that person will do it as well.
Yeah.
So I felt like that. So because Iris that did it to me, I thought he would do it as well. So I was like, okay, like let me just take a break. I need to heal. Like I'm in that stage where I need to heal because everything is messing up for me because
Yeah.
one situation is ruining things for me. So before I in my break, and then I think we went to this Afrobeats in Amsterdam thing
Yeah.
program for Sajo. And even with Sajo, I think it was just easy. It was like gentle. It was more like friendship. We were like best friends, like friends. Nothing dating or anything like that. It was like friends, and he made me comfortable. very comfortable. So it went to a point where it was like, okay, people are knowing now about us. I'm gonna marry you. Like he told me from the day, I'm gonna marry you. And I was like, I've heard that before. Like,
Yeah.
don't play with me.
This ain't my first rodeo.
Yeah. So, but he meant it. He meant it because Bumako, the first stage, like the first time we met, I was like, okay, you know, I've been through so much, and I don't think marriage is what I'm thinking about right now. So let's just take it one day at a time. Let's get to know each other and give it a year. And he agreed. Give it a year. But I think in that moment of us giving it a year, it went out. I don't know how it went out still.
Yeah.
But something happened. Something leaked in his house, and whatever happened, I don't know. And then he was, you know what, I'm gonna marry her. Like, then we got married. So that's how that happened. Like, that was the big transition from Ida Sad to Sajo.
Yeah, because it was just like 1 minute it was all about this,
Yeah.
and then there was a gap, and then that's it.
Yeah.
You're Mrs. Touray.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
It was so fast.
It really
Even
was
for me.
so fast. I was like, Ida, how? You're like, Fanta, it's a long story.
I don't know.
Let me tell you how. But it's just how beautiful you've been able to be in this marriage. And I feel like, though you've never been married, which is your first time, you have kind of been very protective
Yeah.
of this unity. Why?
I think I don't like pain. I don't like being hurt, but I embrace it. So I don't know why I put myself in a situation where I'm gonna hurt myself again and again and again. Like I've seen this post, like you probably have as well, like see no face, no case, or whatever.
Yeah, no face, no case.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, so if they don't know this person, or maybe they know Saj or they know SWT, but they're not seeing me posting him all the time. They're not seeing him all the time. So there's nothing that's gonna hurt me, or maybe come find or Instagram. Like I had this, I don't know. I was scared, Fanta, like so scared. Trauma. I was traumatized from my past experiences, and I've always been like, like recently, why are you not posting me? Like, what's the problem? All the time for the past year. A very big issue. Like,
really?
Why don't you post me? And I was like, I'm trying to protect you. I'm trying to protect us. Like, I'm trying to protect this family.
But that's rooted in fear.
Yeah. And then I got to understand that. So yesterday, do you know what I realized? I feel like the reason why I was not posting you, even though man when I chat and evil eye and all of that, partly it is that. But then also I was scared as well. Now, what if you let me down? But then I'm like, I'm married now. It's not a boyfriend. Like, if I'm having this mentality at a marriage stage, fun like embracing love, like embracing love, fun like experiencing like real love. I'm never gonna do that.
No.
And nyan mayala say it as well. Like,
No.
there's nothing wrong with that, by the way.
Yeah.
But I have something so beautiful
Yes.
right now. It's not like it's a torture or anything like that. So, my talk fee, my dare fee, like, but also embracing the situation and love. And like Sajo is everything that I prayed for on paper.
Mashallah.
Like been a list of what I want, it's in him. He has his
Mashallah.
faults.
Absolutely.
I do too. But I feel like, okay, Mangi Amlolo in you, what am I being scared of? Like this whole thing of you can hurt me too. Yes, it can. But when it happens, whatever happens, so they're cheating or whatever happens, I'll get back up and I'll just keep it moving. Pushing P. But for now, let me embrace it and let me just enjoy it. More recently, I've been very posty and like posting him and just loving on him. And mom, he's very much lovey as well. Very much lovey as well. So I was like, let me just give it to you back, 100%. And since then, I think I've enjoyed my marriage more.
Mashallah.
I've genuinely enjoyed it more because I put down that wall, that fear and that feeling of he could hurt me too. And since then, honestly, it's been beautiful.
And you know what it is, though? I think like that's the whole purpose of love.
Yeah.
It's knowing that this person has the power to hurt me, but I'm choosing to still be there. I'm choosing to still love them.
Yeah.
Because it is an experience, and I'm not really getting the experience if my walls are up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? So I think I'm glad that you're in that space because it would have deprived you of fully immersing yourself in the love that you have in your marriage.
Yeah.
You have 2 boys.
Yes.
And we already know in the African setting, that's your your position is sealed. Like, Sajo Demufem.
I know. But I've seen people that have had like 5 boys.
Absolutely, and there is no guarantee. There absolutely isn't. And I've said this too. This is now.
Yeah.
Now
Live in the now.
you're happy.
Yeah.
Now your husband's amazing.
Mm.
Now you have 3 beautiful kids.
Yeah.
Now you're a successful businesswoman.
Yeah.
You're loved correctly. You're being taken care of. Live in that.
Yeah. Period.
This is it.
No reckless.
Like there are else what would plan
Yeah.
especially because, and I understand the society we live in, sometimes it's hard, especially being Gambian, being married to Gambian, having family here, having to go the back and forth, and we see what happens online.
Yeah.
We see marriages, how they fall apart because an outsider decided this is the man I'm going to go after.
Yeah. I'm great.
But that is it. Like literally would probably see like, you know what, this is a handsome man, he seems to be doing well,
Yeah.
that's the one I'm gonna go after.
Yeah.
And we've seen women actively pursue men. We've also seen men actively pursue women
Yeah,
outside of their
yeah.
marriages. So I understand the fear. It's a logical and rational fear. We've seen it. So but if they haven't given you reason,
Yeah. Why worry?
like why worry?
That's what he says. Why worry?
If I haven't given you reason to, you shouldn't be
Yeah.
worried.
Yeah.
Enjoy this what we have.
100%.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And obviously that is a man that is invested, that cares. They literally came up with the name of your business.
Yeah. And still very much involved.
Very much
Very much
involved.
involved.
Right. And that's it.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you've embraced that. Now moving from that, and we know you've been through a lot, but I'm gonna hold that thought because you know my director will. Anyway, we're gonna go with our second break when we're back more with money.
Send money to Gambia for free! You can now send money via MoneyGram to AfriMoney in Gambia anytime, anywhere. Simply go on to MoneyGram.com or the app and select Pay through AfriMoney to send. Make sure the receiver is registered on AfriMoney in Gambia or get them to dial *777# to register. Instantly, the money comes into their AfriMoney wallet. No hassle, no wait times, complete ease. Cash out at any AfriMoney agent or AfriCell outlets. Free cash out, no sending fees.
Welcome back after that commercial. This is SipnChat, and I have the beautiful Ndow Touray.
Oh yeah.
So you know, Saja will not be like, oh, hello, Touray. Here with me, an entrepreneur doing amazingly well in the UK, who owns a skincare line that is thriving in the UK and doing so well. And I love the fact that you ship to Gambia, people buy in Gambia, and I love the fact that you get reviews from all over the world. You know, people show you their skin from before to after, and the transition is mind-blowing.
And I'm like, Lee, it's not doing the same for,
For me!
What are you doing?
You know, but that goes to say the testament of the quality of product you have.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud of you for that. I know I've said it, but I will still say
Thank you.
super proud of you. It's not easy.
Yeah.
And we've just touched on some of your history of how everything came about and everything you've been through to where you are now. I'm truly, truly proud of you. Just,
Thank
if
you,
I didn't say that before, I'm saying it now.
Thank you. Babe.
You know, right before we went for our second break, I was about to ask, I know you've explained this beautiful love story with Sajo, but also in a Muslim and Gambian community, you're a second wife.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Big deal.
For someone, because you got married very young. You've been
Yeah.
married how many years now?
5 years in March.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And you're not even 30 yet.
No.
Crazy,
Yeah.
right? And young, educated, hip, beautiful. You had your stuff on lock. And then now see a man with a wife. A lot of girls our age would be like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I will not be a second wife because I don't want the stress it comes with. I want my man all to myself.
Yeah.
The usual. What made you say yes?
What made me say yes? You know what? It was a surprise to me as well. Because at first, before my mid-sayo, the man I talk money, oh my God, like, come. Because I'm not your hamne, you ma bugo nataka, nyari net. Why? I was like, no, tuma musa neka nyari. Because I'm fear. I'm like,
Very
I'm
jealous.
fear, yes. So, when Saja came along,
Tell us.
I don't know what happened. I actually don't know because it was like, I think it's what we built though. It stemmed from what we built, like that friendship, that genuine friendship that we had. So when he met me and he was like, I'm gonna marry you, I was like,
Okay. Like
it was just like another story.
yeah, like
Basically.
oh, okay.
Yeah, like okay. But then afterwards, he was like, okay, so we discussed it about giving a year and everything. Then we went into it. But Fanta, it's not easy. I can tell you that. It's not easy. It's super hard. It's super hard. Like, you have Garuale, you have Sidante, Farante, like ki farafi, ki farafire. But man, one thing about me, I would never go and Garuale nit, benen jigen. Because jigen la and buguma kumoko def.
Yeah.
So, even if someone disrespects me, I will not disrespect you back. Because just because you're definitely a lot of stuff will hurt me, I'm not going to go out of my way to hurt you back.
Yeah.
I won't do that. But Nikon digma dega everywhere.
Everywhere.
Because there's been so many situations where I could just flip and be like, what the hell? Like, I could do something as well, Gaduwale and stuff. Why man buying a help? Pulma them samane. Oh, nyare had to jikaram.
Yeah,
I don't
you don't do that.
Because it's like, munna ko just def as fun, but kene munu yo fone mange Gaduwale. So it's like, why put myself in that situation? So when it comes to like neka and nyare, you're going, yangi dem si family bo hamne nyep first jabar bi lañ ham.
Yeah.
So it's like nyep kok lañ jox bopa.
Yeah.
So you man pour man, I'm like, I'm gonna be myself. Whatever that means for you guys, that's you. But I'm gonna be myself. If that means me being weird, that's what I'm gonna be. If it means me being a social media girl, that's what I'm gonna be. Okay? So you have to adjust, or you let me be.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, because family.
Family, yeah.
Yeah, and man suma njike and suma family jikar, I love them a lot. Why there's been situations like even outsiders, the most of the time outsiders are the neka.
Yup.
Like new day neka outsiders, like friends and like social media people got new book up problems because people like problems. It's
and they don't like
entertainment.
peace.
They don't
It's
like peace, exactly.
Especially the Gambian
Exactly.
society. Sorry,
Exactly.
but it's true.
It's true. It's true. And you love the Gambians. I love the Gambians. So when we say that, it's not like when we're looking down on anyone or anything.
No. But
it's
it is what comes with who we are.
It is.
As Gambians, you know, but as Gambians, we love drama. Because we tune into it.
Especially between two women.
Because it's
that.
the entertainment. You know.
Love that. So it's been hard. Neka nyare mom, it's not easy. But I feel like every marriage is difficult. I've seen people that are
the only
wife, and they go through looking at mate that man they even go through. Taman go through it's mean like a wahid off base. Then so by a wahid off people have more issues. I'm just okay, but this for me it's not a wahid off, like it's a big deal for me, you know. So all I can say is marriage for me to why neka second wife. I'm not being a time or money. Hannah knew they make a second wife and like that wife, fourth wife. Hannah, we have like a special heaven or something because there's no way we're all going to one heaven because of the things we go through. But it's been beautiful. It's been a beautiful because the masi janga lupari. The masila the magina hamnit. Like man munna hamne ki bugut ma, and I'm just like okay, I know it. I'll just let it go. Dinara just set and it like the mare smile hono bena mune nit ku neka baye ko yalla.
Yeah.
Like problem bo munti am nit lum la munti def baye ko yalla. And ever since I put that in place, I've been at peace with myself.
Alhamdulillah.
Because it's like okay, nit suma hamene munna gis ne nit samune oh mari rek la bañ, I hate this person, and you'll come, I'll welcome you. I'll be nice to you, but I will not be close to you.
No.
And the one thing about me is bukuma if you fake and like hypocrite and stuff. And if you comes with a lot of that. Because you have to be pretending. Kula bugut munyo na yo lagi na buga. Sundeme yo lagi na buga. Wala sunyo sile den buga siyo halis yo lagi na buga. It happens a lot.
Absolutely.
So for me, now I'm just like I'm gonna focus on myself deep because I love myself more than anything in this world, even more than my kids. Because I cannot look after my kids
if
I'm
there's not
looking
enough
after,
love in you.
Yeah, I have to pour from a full cup. So, man, I've just been focusing on myself and my husband and my kids. I love my kids, and you know, small family, and everyone. But also, my relationship with God is my priority. Because I'm a small dunda play.
Yeah, the moment you have kids.
Yeah, the moment you have kids. Especially, you know, don't go or whatever. But I feel like, for me, nyati affaire rek ma ñor suma dunda ba légui. Bena bi moy ma am gëremi suma wajuri. Second bi ma am gëremi suma jikar. Third one bi ma am gëremi yalla. And anything else, I do not care. Like I should don't care.
That's something to live by, you know. I like that.
I really don't care. Like,
I like that. This is Mari 3.0. Because we've gone through 2.0, 1.0. This is 3.0.
yeah.
Truly, I love the way you, for someone as young as you, and you've been married all this time, and being a second wife, I know it's not easy. And I know you're giving us the PG-13 version of what goes on, you know, in being a second wife. And, you know, you don't live in the same country with your
No, we do.
co-wife?
Yeah.
Do you see each other? How's that relationship?
We do. We do. Okay. We live, I think, 15 minutes away
Whoa.
from each other. Yeah. So, Julie Buneka Union, we come together as a family, which I've always loved because I'm 3 beautiful girls, right? So I feel like I want my kids to all be one.
Oh, 3 girls, and then you have 2 boys
And I have
now.
2 boys.
Wow.
Yeah, so
beautiful.
5 kids. So I want them all to grow up and know each other and love each other and be the backbones of each other. Because man, growing up, I never had that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, go again. It will be a perfect okay, let me go to my brothers, let me go to my sisters. It's beautiful. So every year, Julie Buneka and Koda spend together.
Sure.
Like birthdays, sujote, time we used to spend it together as well. But I feel like when it comes to the kids, more is my priority. Like more all the 5 kids, just making sure that they're one.
Yeah. Because honestly, don't buy the fanny.
I was gonna ask you, because I see you post.
Don't buy the fanny, because one of my best friends is my sister, and we share the same dad, Mbalu, Sisi.
America.
Yeah.
Yes, I see.
That's one of my best friends.
Yeah.
And we share the same dad.
Yeah.
And the love I have for her,
I've seen her.
It's not something I can describe.
Yeah.
And this goes for all my other siblings that I share the same dad with.
But how did that work? What happened?
So I think one thing we did in my family when I was older, what I remember is what we did as the kids. Soon your was the same problem.
Yes.
Because one thing my dad was, and anyone that knows me would tell you this, I am a daddy's girl through and through.
Yeah,
I guess
I've
that's why
heard.
sometimes I have a bratty way. But I'm a daddy's girl through and through. That's the finest man I've ever experienced because of the love he gave us.
Yeah.
And how he brought us all together. He didn't care what was going on. I mean, he would handle it with his wives. But guess what? The children, they needed to be this way.
Yes.
And we all were. So we knew that, listen, our common person is our dad.
Yeah.
Every time he was around, we were all around him. He would put us all in the car and the other car and fill it up and drive. Did you get what I mean?
That's beautiful.
And I think as daughters, we understood very early. They share the same husband. These things are bound to happen.
Yeah.
We love each other. We actually share the same blood. They don't even share the same blood with us.
Exactly.
So I think for us, that was one thing we know. We always knew. And my friendships with my sisters, honestly, people still tell me like, Fanta, when you get married or when there's a wedding in your house, you don't even know who's who.
Yes.
Because we are like
very close. I
very
see it on
close.
Snap, yeah.
We love each other. You touch one, you touch everyone. And that's it. Point blank period. They don't need to know what's going on.
Don't buy the funny.
Don't buy the funny.
I think Jabaria they halal living like. But
yeah, but I
really
also think with
beautiful.
time, a lot of things change. That's just how I look at it. I think with time, a lot of things change because it's never easy, you know. And I love that you're in a spirit of like, I'm here for the kids to get along. I'm even here for us to get along.
Yeah.
I'm open to it.
I'm open to anything.
You know.
But the life is so short.
Very short.
There, left, right, and
Very
center.
short.
Like, man, I don't have time to be sitting here to get again. Like, I want everyone to just be happy and whole. And the rest of man sumadunda, I just want to focus on peace internally and my family being one. Smahale hanga girls and boys in hanga like set them up for life. That's my key now. It's not about I don't care. Like, like miss me with that.
Alhamdulillah, that's good. Because a lot of women would never be able to say stuff like that.
Yeah.
Really and truly. It would always be
rah
rah. You know what I mean? It would always be rah rah. You know, we'll go with our final break. When we're back, we'll hit on mental health.
Okay.
Welcome back after that break. We're on our final segment and with the beautiful Ndow, entrepreneur and founder of Shop Clinic, all the way in the UK. But also, you know what? does services for our Gambian sisters here, because you know the skin gotta stay popping. And I'm so proud of you and everything you've done, and you know how you're just willing to share and open up in terms of life, you know, how you balance life as an entrepreneur with a successful brand now, how you balance life as a second wife, as a young wife, as a mother of 3. It's a lot. You know, proud of you.
Thank you.
But right before we went, I said we would get into the mental health segment. If you know the show, you know that this is a big part of it. And you've been through a lot. Just walk me through that mentally, what that's been like for you and where you're at now.
It's like I'm free now. I feel free. I feel like smart time, you know, I was like a caterpillar. And now I'm just like a butterfly, just flying away and just peace and happy and whole. And time with Fanta, it was stressful. It was stressful. Like, I lost every hope, everything. Like, the money to someone is my daily, it's okay.
It's fine.
Like,
I feel you.
That's how gone I was mentally. And I know a lot of people don't like, especially like Africans, so we have about mental health, you find it like crazy, or like they don't take it seriously, whereas like abroad they do. So, man, I did therapy. Yeah, I did therapy, and honestly, therapy luma defaral in terms of like my mental health. I don't think then I don't ega for my egani without therapy. It's not just come Lisa is therapy, but there's something about sitting with someone that doesn't know you, telling them the issue, telling them what hurts you, telling them your trauma, your past traumas, everything, and nyom yula advice. Whereas some other mon talk like it could be biased. They could tell me things I wanted to hear. It could be judgment as well. So I think, man, when it comes to mental health, therapy did it for me. I did hours and hours and therapy. But the times where I couldn't afford therapy, I would speak to people. I would speak to God, like I was saying earlier. But therapy, all I can say is therapy.
Therapy did it.
Period.
How long did you do therapy for?
I was doing like a couple of hours a week, and I think I did it for like a year. I did it for a year, and then for I started to feel a bit better, not 100%. Where I felt like afterwards, I was like, okay, because time bobo, ego for my ego now financially. So I was like, I can't take everything that I have now and put it in therapy. But luma jotona dugal, it helped me. So I was like, okay, now I think mama nekafi, I'm at least here, so I'm closer to them.
Okay.
So it's fine. So I was like, okay, let me now just focus on other things. But therapy.
Therapy did it.
Yeah.
And you know, doing therapy for a year, what would you say has been your biggest takeaway from that?
Just living in the moment, and also when you're hurt, live in that hurt. Don't put it away.
Sit in your pain.
Yes, sitting in your pain, that's so vital when it comes to being a human. Because man, I think lumaron disturb moy ma am nahar, ma dincha nahar bi, benen nahar nyo, ma dincha ad bogo, benen time
you implode.
Yes. That's what I was doing. And buma deme ba start therapy, that's when I realized, look, live in your pain. Like whatever pain you have today, live it today. Demanga joy. Like man legi fanta small middle man, I would close my windows, I would scream. I would cry.
And let it out.
Yeah, I would cry, and it does a lot for me. The man, I feel like I've let that out.
Yes.
And then I would go and japa sumanyari raka, japa then juli sumanyari raka, ma joyat juli nyanyala. And that has helped me. And I always say to everyone going through anything, like no matter what you're going through, there's nothing that is too big for God. Trust me.
Absolutely.
No matter what you're going through, lum down, lum re. Like,
absolutely.
Don't. And people that are close to you that you can speak to, if you cannot have a therapist, obviously, but speak to people, let it out. Because that will kill you.
Absolutely.
A heart attack, they cause.
Absolutely. I'm with you on that. I am a firm believer of speaking out when it comes to your mental health. As people know, you know, I feel like it is such an important conversation that is not talked about enough. And especially here, at least you have the services of a therapist abroad. In Gambia, I will always speak on Gaima. because that's the one person that I know and I've met, and I think she has an amazing energy.
She's a therapist?
Yes.
Okay, nice.
Dr. Fanta Ceesay.
Oh.
You know, and I think she's incredible at what she does, because we've had conversations one time and I didn't even know she was a therapist.
Okay.
We were at the nail shop and we talked, and then she was just like, oh, what's SipnChat? We talked, and by the end of it, that's when she was like,
Beautiful.
you know, and I think she's great. And I think mental health is such a profound conversation that needs to be had every single time.
Yeah.
I was at an opening, and you know, I cannot wait to have her on the set. I was at an opening for the Sweet Box.
Okay.
Sweet Box. I was
Nice.
hosting the opening of her cafe, and you know, she briefly mentioned mental health struggles that she went through before the store opened, and I thought, wow, you never really know what someone's going through. I cannot wait to have her on here, because I think, and some people would say that this show has really centered, this season I've really centered around women.
Yes.
Because I feel like we have a lot of stories.
We have
to
a
tell.
lot of stories.
We do. So
Yeah.
you know, just briefly to tell people how you feel mental health is something that should be discussed all the time.
Honestly, let me look at you guys, okay? Anything, like, if you're watching this, right? Nahar bo talk about it. Discuss it with your friends, with your families, or yes, about whatever. Even so, whatever. Speak about it. The more you speak about something, it helps you.
Absolutely.
You will never know this, but it will help you. In ways that you will not even imagine.
Absolutely.
Because Yanko let out, and then something else could happen. Problems, but it happens. It's life, right? So we embrace it. But then talk about things. Talk about your problems. Julil and Nyanal Yala. That is one thing. If it's anything you're going to take from today's chat,
take that.
please, Jilin, just pray to God. Pray to God. Pray to Him. Trust me. Ask for a sign. He will drop a sign. I don't know how He does it, but He will.
Absolutely. And then I'm just going to add on to that. The power of prayer. Tahajjud, especially. For me.
Yeah.
Specifically. The power of tahajjud has taken me from some of the darkest places of my life.
See.
And I know it's so hard to believe, because, oh my God, Fanta's always like, it has. And her saying that is so truthful and so profound. The power of prayer cannot be overemphasized. Do not forget that. Right? Speak to people. Never bottle your problems, because once you implode, we don't know what you'll do.
Yeah.
And mental health is real. Take it seriously. If you feel a way, you know, you don't feel yourself, talk to someone. That's the best thing we can do.
Yeah.
Okay? Never have I ever.
Yay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
So you understand the game, right?
Yeah.
If you have, take a sip, point the card up that you have.
Oh, you take a sip and then point in the card.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
never have I ever fought another woman over a guy.
Oh,
Have you?
no.
Oh, I have never.
Wait, do I take a sip and
And
regardless?
if you take a sip, you're telling me you did.
Oh no! Wait, I wanted to sip. But
Okay,
wait.
take a sip. Regardless, because the drink is fire.
Okay, but no, never.
Never have I ever sent sexy text to a wrong person.
No. No.
Oh, I have never. Wow, girl. What are you doing? Never have I ever had the friends with benefits situation.
No.
No.
I actually haven't. No.
Really?
Time more on the now. Time will
Time will not offend.
So I couldn't do it.
Never have I ever cheated.
Wait,
Yeah.
marriage? Actually, either one. No.
In a relationship.
No,
I respect that, you know.
I haven't.
I'm
such a one guy type of girl.
I feel you. I'm
I'm
that way
silo
too.
as well, so I can't be kissing left, right, and center. And
Period. Because I was going to ask
Texting.
you, have you kissed two people in like at once?
No.
No.
Even before I met Sajo, before Lahanga we started as friends.
Yeah.
At that time I was dating, so I had to cut that off if I wanted something serious.
With this one,
Yeah.
with Sajo. Okay, so you don't do the two
No.
situation thing.
That's why I don't like it done to me. But you know, with the second wife thing, I don't have a choice.
You
That's
you
different.
went there.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
that you
That's
went there.
different, yes.
Okay, never have I ever lied to my partner.
I have.
What was the lie?
I lie all the time.
She said I lie all the time. No.
They were like silly lies.
Like what?
Because somebody was there, right? Fen buy defar mo gen diga bu yaha.
They always say that.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
I think sometimes I do lie just pour defar. Like sometimes there was a situation I'm like, oh no, come nit wax lu ñaaw sama ne, oh lu rafet la wali la wa. Just because I don't want any situations and stuff. So in those kind of things, I do lie. But when it comes to like lying, why lie? You're gonna beat me up? Like, I won't lie.
Never have I ever Googled myself.
I have.
Have you?
Yeah, to see what's actually there.
Okay, and what was there?
Crown Cosmetics. That was it.
But you know what?
And pictures.
You've been a great sport. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, babe.
You know, I appreciate you coming on the set. I know that, you know, I don't, without saying a lot, this day is crazy.
It's been
But I
beautiful,
appreciate with you just making the time and coming on the show.
Thanks for
It's
having
been
me.
long overdue.
We're proud of you as well, Fanta.
Oh my God,
Honestly,
don't
we
do
are
that.
so proud of you.
Thank
I was
you.
gonna buy you flowers and bring,
Aw.
but where do they even sell flowers in Gambia? Please?
That is true. Metro and KJ Cupcakes.
Excuse me.
They do.
I was like, I wanted to bring something and just say like we're so proud of you.
Yeah.
All Gambians, Nyunyep, we're super proud of you. Super proud of you. So keep doing this. But Netflix, inshallah.
Inshallah. I receive it. Thank you so very much. Thank you guys
Thank
for
you,
your
baby.
time. Thanks for watching. This is Ndow of Shop Clinic. All of the information will be here on Instagram, her login, her website. Click on it. Visit the page. Look at how amazing she's doing for Gambia, for someone as young as she is. Incredible. And we're so proud of you. And I cannot wait for it to be all over the place.
Inshallah.
NHS, that's the first stop.
Correct.
We're going to other places. But thank you so much, guys, for being patient. Peace, love, and cha-ching, cha-ching. Bye-bye.